All right, everybody, thanks for coming by the channel. I'm, of course, Denomine, a COD mobile caster for Mobile Mayhem, and let me tell you, I've got something super exciting for you guys here today, and I, for one, couldn't be happier for this opportunity to work with REDMAGIC to cast their REDMAGIC COD mobile clash on March 4th, 5th, and 6th. And when you're putting on an event like this for a game like COD Mobile, where performance really counts, you know REDMAGIC is going to be one of your go-to brands, and they've been nice enough to send me one, and you gotta have one for the REDMAGIC event. So we're gonna get right into it, and looking at the box right off the rip, gotta say, you can tell there's quality here. I don't know if you guys can tell, this is a little less of the quality and more of like kind of the finer detail, but if you look at the box, we actually have nice little kind of holographic text here. Kind of a nice little touch. It's in the REDMAGIC logo at the bottom as well, and just some really phenomenal art all over the box here. You've got the front, look on over at the sides, a little bit more of that kind of holographic REDMAGIC text there, and overall just the quality already feels good, and we haven't even in. Of course, we have the actual REDMAGIC itself. Now, this did come with a plastic cover on it, like a plastic cover over the screen and around the phone, just to keep it safe in the delivery. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't been an Android user for a while, so I kind of got it out of the box a little bit early to get a feel for it and kind of dabble with it. We do also have the SIM card ejector tool right built into the box that had the case in it, so we'll hang on to that for now. And as we get into the actual phone itself, right up there with the box, where as soon as you get your hands on this, you can tell the quality involved, and we'll definitely be getting into some of the breakdown of this phone right off the rip. Turning it over, you can definitely notice the integrated fan in there. Now, I do believe that this fan is RGB, so we'll get a look at that when we get it turned on. We do have our triple camera setup here. I do believe this is the flash, and got kind of a nice transparent background. You don't get to see a ton on the inside because a lot of it is covered, but some of the finer details you can definitely see, and it I think just gives it a pretty nice finish, and you can see how shiny it is right out of the rip. All right, so we'll get to that momentarily. We do believe have a charger in here as well. Right off the rip, we do have the black fast charging brick, and this is one of the things that I caught right away when I got into this unboxing, and it's a super finer detail. And do excuse, my camera is not the greatest quality, but if you can't tell, this is actually red charging cord to go with it, and with a company name like REDMAGIC, you obviously got to get that black and red mix, and they did well on the box cover, and keeping those finer details in the box as well. You've got the black charging brick and the red cord. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll through the setup on this, guys, and we'll get started with the next section of the video here shortly. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around. Got our REDMAGIC out of the box. We've got everything updated on it, everything that we want installed. We've been tinkering around with it for honestly a couple hours now, just to kind of get the feel for it. I come from some non-Android flagship backgrounds, and I was very skeptical at first on how good can a gaming phone actually be? How much more performance do they actually get you in a phone, right? I come from a background where, I started off on going back to some of the older game systems, you know, I had a Atari and NES, you know, up to a Game Boy, PlayStation, Xbox, all the way now to the point where we've got an actual gaming PC. And let me tell you, it's a very hefty jump for where the REDMAGIC is compared to where I was. I mean, I was pleasantly shocked. I think I did pretty close to 3 hours of gameplay footage recording today, and I'm thoroughly impressed. I obviously used the phone throughout the day for some other things, you know, alarms, surfing the web, things of that nature, and I gotta say, I absolutely love this thing, and we're gonna start right from it being off so that you guys can really get a view of, you know, what it's like powering this thing on. There's some phenomenal graphics that come up. So right here, you got your just normal logo. You've got the REDMAGIC logo. It's still, and then they come through with this really fire animation after that. Look, I love seeing it every time. It's super not important, but it makes me feel good opening it. I don't know why. It just looks cool. I enjoy seeing it. As with most phones, the first time you turn it on, you do have to put your password in. Boom, unlocked. And now, by default, the Game Fan is off in normal usage, and you can turn it on manually right here on the home screen. There's a nice little button for it. It does automatically come on during the gaming mode, which will showcase you guys here in a second. But we do have the RGB fan. You guys obviously can't see or hear it, but this thing actually kicks out like way more air than I expected it to. Like, I knew there was a fan here. You know, that was one of the big features of keeping this thing cool. And I was like, oh, you know, it's got a little fan in it, you know, to help get that air circulated out. This ain't no little fan. I mean, it may be little, but this thing is kind of a powerhouse. And again, I recorded for 3 hours today, 2 hours and 59 minutes to be exact, according to the game space timer that they do have. So did put some good work into it, and that was recording and playing. So that's with charging, with HDMI, and playing the game. And I had absolutely no problems with this thing running hot. And right out of the box, when I got it set up and I started scrolling through the menus, one of the things that really hit me is just how much better the 165 hertz high refresh rate screen is. I mean, it's so incredibly smooth and easy to navigate. Again, I can't even express how shocked I was at how much better the visuals are on this phone, whether it be the depth of the colors, the refresh rate, anything of the sense. So I've had fun with this thing so far. It does have a camera as well. Keep in mind, guys, this is a phone. This is not just a gaming device. This is a phone. It works for calls. You can get texting. It is just a souped up Android phone, like to the max. I, again, just can't believe how incredible this thing has been to me. So we're going to be making a lot of content on the REDMAGIC. So I'm excited for it. It does have the new Snapdragon 8 chip inside that does, again, just perform so exceptionally well. And I really just love the sleek design. Let's go ahead and pop the case off real quick, just so you guys can see it without the case. The case is kind of transparent, but I love the design of this phone. You've got that transparent background. You can see the fan. Actually, we'll go ahead and power that on real quick while we're right here. I love the reactiveness of the touch screen, but yeah, I mean, it feels so very good. And again, this fan actually outputs a ton of air for how small that guy is. So definitely been enjoying this phone. I see myself using it a lot in the future. It does have the ability to turn on always on display, which I think is pretty neat. The thumbprint indicator thumbprint unlock sensor is in the screen, and this thing is phenomenal. Obviously, I caught it as the screen was locking there a second ago, but this thing is so quick. Get your thumb on all different angles. It has you set it up really, really thoroughly, and you know, just to show you that it's not like low quality, and it just catches anything that's close. We'll use our other thumb. Try again until it makes me put the passcode in. Actually, I could have still thumbprinted, but I love this feature. I hated when other phones took that away. It's nice, simple to get into. It does also have face display, which I have not set up as far as unlocking your phone, but all of those settings are in the settings menu, obviously, and it's very easy to navigate. Obviously, you've got your display. Your display settings. I think the key thing here is you've got to run this with dark mode on, right? If you don't have dark mode on, then why should I trust you? You know. But that is probably besides the point. We do have our refresh rate. Been running it on the 165. It does say that the electricity consumption has been significantly increased. I gotta tell you, this thing still lasts forever, even when gaming. So we've really loved this phone so far. With my thumbs on the phone. So you know, that's an adjustment that I definitely might be looking to make, just because they are very conveniently located. I hold my phone like this anyway. I've actually you know, held controllers this way my whole life, right? And you know, I'm used to shoot and ADS and everything being up on the top there. So very, very conveniently located, something that I definitely am going to experiment a little bit more with. You've got you know, some extra peripherals that you can get. There is a extra esports handle. It is a controller of some sort. We do have a couple different additional fan options as like kind of a dock kind of fan. They offer earbuds. They offer headphones as well. I don't have any of the peripherals yet, but as impressed as I have been with the REDMAGIC phone itself, I think I might look into possibly trying some of those out, and you know, maybe I'll do some sort of reviews on those as well. Once you're in game space, it's very, very easy to load up all the games you want. For anybody who's maybe watched my content, you know I've been doing a lot of Master Duel and some COD Mobile. And I got to tell you, I haven't done as much COD Mobile as I would like. But as good as the REDMAGIC runs it, I got to say we're going to be doing some more COD Mobile content for sure. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and hop into some gameplay here. There's some really cool features that I want to show you, and let me tell you, you can immediately notice the difference in the refresh rate on the screen. To get into the game space, there's a little red switch on the top left of the phone, brings you to the REDMAGIC game space here. One of the immediate things I noticed about this device actually is just how fast it loads, and that wasn't even necessarily like the games of Call of Duty itself. It's this main home screen. Once you get past the loading here, normally there's a bunch of pop-ups with like the daily deals and the lucky draws that pop up, and oh, we're in a game. Interesting. Yeah, so normally it takes me a long time to load through those and get them closed on any of my other devices that I've played on. Here, click the X, boom, you get right through, and it's just very, very responsive, very, very quick. You can tell that it's not getting bogged down by the actual client itself just taking up too much of your active memory or processing on the phone. So really, really nice feature right off the bat is just how powerful this phone is. I guess it's not really a feature, it's just the phone itself. Speaking of features though, let's go ahead and get ready to hop into some ranked here. This is one of my favorite parts, is the actually being able to turn off the game space, and I'll show you guys that here. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up for a game. Okay, well, we're waiting for our ranked game to start, right? Let's say you want to do some browsing. You can flick off the game space switch, and I'll move this down into the center of the screen for you guys so you can see. But the game is still actively running. So you can make calls, text, jump on Discord, and, you know, see when your friends are getting on, search the web, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. And the phone still functions totally smooth and good to go all through, and don't notice any sorts of delay or anything of the sort. it just shows how much of a powerhouse this thing is. And we'll actually just wait till we get into a game so I can show you guys how quick you can get back into the action. Again, I think it's a super nice feature because as a gamer, you get into these queues, you know, sometimes you're watching streamers and they're sitting here for 2, 3 or more minutes to get into a game. Look, sometimes that's going to be the case and you want to do something else while you're playing. Well, here you go. This is a great opportunity to do so. You know, maybe you're waiting for a ranked queue in Call of Duty. Maybe you're playing some Master Duel and your opponent's taking 10 minutes to play. You know, whatever the case may be. Boom, look, we found a game. Go ahead and switch game space back on. Call of Duty. Boom. We're in time to vote for Hacienda. So we'll get into some ranked game. I have been experimenting a little bit with the triggers on top of the phone. Let's see if I can get them in the camera angle here. Boom. You've got a left and a right. As a console gamer, I think that's really nice. It is taking me a little bit to get used to just because I'm used to playing thumbs, but this does give me an alternative. So I am not the greatest COD mobile player, so any bit of help that I can get is absolutely fantastic. So we'll get into a game of Hacienda. This is actually going to be my first Hacienda game since the update, and it's hardpoint, and I've heard some things about the spawns. I'm not going to go too far into what I've heard about the spawns, but
Hardpoint locked down. We've taken the lead.
alright, I apparently did not make it all the way around the corner. He was just better.
Changing mag. Tango down.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Still do need to get my HUD adjusted a little bit for the REDMAGIC, but as far as the phone itself, the phone functions exactly as you guys would expect it to. And then better, quite honestly. The I was a bit skeptical at first, you know, as I was mentioning on, you know, how good can a gaming phone really be? Well, guys, the answer is it can be good. It can be very, very good. All right, well, I clearly don't know the map well enough yet, but as far as the device playing, super, super solid. And one thing I got to say is on other devices I've played on, you quite often, to get good performance, have to turn down the graphics, and, you know, here on the REDMAGIC, you don't. This thing runs super, super smooth, even with the graphics all the way set on full blast. I'll go ahead and pop that open for a second just so you guys can see. Yeah, I mean, we're playing on the max that you can play on, and it's quite nice because I want to be able to visually enjoy my game, right? You know, I didn't load up Minecraft for a reason, right? You know, we're looking to have something that looks nice and flashy so we can really show it off, and I think COD Mobile's a great game to do so in, especially since a lot of devices, again, do have potentially some overheating issues or anything like that. I recorded like 4 hours of gameplay the other day, just experimenting with the phone, really getting the hang of it, and yeah, you know, even through 4 hours of actively recording, not just playing, it held up to its performance the entire time. So just very, very convenient in that aspect. Oh. Can't tell if I'm getting wallbanged or not. I was. Alright, well, as I said, I am not the greatest COD player, and I am also still getting used to the triggers on the phone. I actually have not found myself using the one on the left a ton, but it is something I'll definitely figure out at some point.
Contact with enemy. Enemy contact. Target down.
Enemy UAV spotted.
Yeah, the Snapdragon processor this thing runs, I guess it's a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Just such a smooth running device. It's absolutely insane. Again, I was very, very skeptical at the beginning on how good can a gaming phone actually be. It's a phone. It can be good. Trust me, guys. This is a world of difference.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased. I think it's an absolutely amazing device. I'm gonna be making a lot of content on this REDMAGIC. I'm telling you that right now. Probably all of my mobile content, actually. But yeah, again, being able to close the game space and the game still run is just absolutely a feature that I think is a must-have for pretty much all mobile gamers, right? I'll show you guys here in a second exactly what I'm talking about. Like, say you're in the middle of a game and your team is just god-awful and you've given up on the game. Well, I don't ever encourage that. You know, there's always an opportunity you can make the comeback and win. I think right now is probably a great instance for me to show you just because I don't see my team losing because we're so far ahead. Boom, you're in the middle of a game. The game is absolutely still running. You guys should be able to hear it running in the background as well. So that's just a super, super solid feature to be able to close on out, flick the switch on. Takes a second to load up the REDMAGIC, but you know, after that 1 second to pull up the game space, you are good to go, and it throws you right back into the game, no delay whatsoever.
Enemy contact. Contact with enemy.
Hardpoint locked down.
And there's a game win. And I'm not super good, guys. Don't watch my videos expecting to be the most amazing COD mobile player. No, that's not a thing. But yeah, I like to think we're getting pretty decent at it. Again, we'll be doing a lot more content on COD Mobile now that we've got a device that can really perform. It's gonna take me some getting used to, but I'm loving this thing so far. Gonna be a lot of content coming the way on our YouTube here.
Nice work. Well done.
Oh, we are up to Pro 2. We still got a little ways to go before we get to Master, Grandmaster, and potentially Legendary. But again, I am really now going to start playing some COD Mobile just because, again, the REDMAGIC runs it so incredibly well. You guys saw I have it on full settings. The game runs absolutely fantastic. And again, I streamed, or I didn't stream, but I recorded for like 4 hours of gameplay the other day trying to make this video. Didn't really have anything I liked as far as my communication went. I just took a couple tries. This is our first time doing an unboxing. And, well, I gotta say, it's been an absolute blast to get to work with REDMAGIC on this. And a huge, huge shout out to REDMAGIC as well. Thank you so much for hooking me up with the REDMAGIC 7. It's been a blast so far. But thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you next time.